Manchester United is making its final bid for Jodan Sancho to Brussia Dortmund, and they've called it take it or leave it. Welcome to United Social Television. Subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload here on a daily, and I'm Rokani to bring you this story of Jodan Sancho and Manchester United plus Brussia Dortmund. Final bid is being prepared by Manchester United to be offered to Brussia Dortmund. They're saying, that team of Manchester United, if at all Brussia Dortmund says no to this bid, then they will say bye-bye to this deal of Jodan Sancho. So this story has been published by the Mirror in their sports section, and they're saying that the Red Devils will table a bid comprised of £75 million up front with a further £15 million in add-ons, as they aim to praise the star from Brussia Dortmund before the window closes. So that's what the Daily Mirror is saying. They say, in an attempt to praise the England star from Brussia Dortmund, Manchester United are parading a £90 million bid to Brussia Dortmund, where this lad plays his football ever since he left Manchester City in 2017. They say Mirror Sport has learned the sum will be comprised of £75 million up front with a further £15 million add-ons, as the Red Devils submit the take it or leave it offer. Oh my God, Ed Woodward, what's wrong with you? You are even putting orders before you submitting the money that if at all you are taking it, take it. If you aren't taking it, we are not giving you more. United Executive Vice Chairman Ed Woodward will inform Dortmund there will be no negotiating over the fee or structure of the deal. Sancho has been heavily linked with a move to Old Trafford throughout the summer, and although the 5th October transfer deadline is fast approaching, United's chiefs are confident of getting the deal in line. So United is confident they are going to get Jodan Sancho. That's what I've always been saying here, that the way Manchester United are doing the deals, they want the deal to be this way. They want Jodan Sancho to be the last signing they are making in the wee hours of the transfer window. So reason being, if at all they sign Jodan Sancho now, you are going to demand for more players, you as the fans of Manchester United, and this is the game that the Ed Woodwards are doing. They're lagging the deal of Jodan Sancho to Manchester United, such that if at all they sign him, you end up the transfer window very, very happy and pleased that they've brought your primary target. So that's why they never brought in Jodan Sancho at the beginning of the transfer, when the transfer was opening. So these are things that they do. Even last season they brought in Harry Maguire. In the January transfer window they brought in a player called Bruno Fernandes, and you saw what he did. So that's the trick they use to calm down players. But I don't think Jodan Sancho will be enough to put us to a level that we are competing for the Premier League. I think we really need a left back, if at all Alex Telles comes in, and a centre back. The only centre back we are having who can partner well with Harry Maguire is Eric Bay, but we all know that Eric Bay has got glass legs. He is injury prone. We all know that. So that's the big reason, and I think Manchester United should make more signings, though they're giving a take it or leave it bid to Brussia Dortmund. But as I know Brussia Dortmund, there are people who stand with their words, and Manchester United will have to add the 18 million to give them the player. The Red Devils' pursuit of the 20-year-old winger has lasted nearly 3 months, with Dortmund's £108 million asking price proving to be a significant stumbling block. The German giants claimed the deadline to sign Sancho was 10th August, but United are convinced with hefty offer will convince the club to sell the player. So Manchester United are very much convinced that the £90 million bid they are going to make on Monday is going to entice the likes of Brussia Dortmund to come in and give in Jodan Sancho to Manchester United, and they will accept the bid. That's what the big men at Manchester United are thinking. Old Trafford Chiefs see £90 million bid as a generous fee in light of the far-reaching financial losses the coronavirus epidemic has caused across the footballing world. That's what they think, but Brussia Dortmund said, you don't give us the money we want, we don't give you Jodan Sancho, we don't give you the player that you've been chasing for the previous 3 months. Ed Woodward is well aware Sancho is keen on the move, with a contract already agreed in principle with the player worth almost £175 million per week. Sancho is also excited as the prospect of joining forces with a host of fellow England stars, including Marcus Rashford, Harry Maguire and Mason Greenwood. Though the late offer is a gamble, Ed Woodward is convinced he can avoid drawn-out talks and break the transfer deadlock with an insensible bid. The Red Devils have previously fallen foul for prolonged negotiations, such as Barcelona turned down 2 late offers for Cesc Fabregas. That's Manchester United for you. They look like they want the player, and at the end of it all, they keep playing the cat and rat game until when the summer is ending. Then they bring in the real bid that the team wants, and most of the teams deny the bids because they thought you are off the transfer window, and they go in for that player to stay as they are not yet ready to bring a replacement. So it's always better to make that deal in time, such that the club is also given ample time to bring in a replacement. Like Brussia Dortmund, it would have been wise for Manchester United to bring in Jodan Sancho, such that they give Brussia Dortmund enough time, or ample time, to go in and negotiate these deals. But the problem is that Manchester United is like saying, Brussia Dortmund, you give us that player at any time you feel like we want. But Brussia Dortmund also is a club, and it has its stands that it always looks at to know whether we should sell Jodan Sancho. Remember, the sporting director of Brussia Dortmund, and that is Sebastian Kehl, came out and said Brussia Dortmund is a weaker team without Jodan Sancho, and so they need a replacement that is really gonna fit in the foot of Jodan Sancho. And previously, that video that I've just done, it was all about Brussia Dortmund naming Sir of Watford as the replacement for Jodan Sancho if at all he goes to Manchester United. So you never know, as Manchester United prepare a 90 bid and Brussia Dortmund are targeting Sir, that means Brussia Dortmund and Manchester United might have already agreed that bid, and I think that's what Manchester United is submitting in. That's why Ed Woodward is bragging around that it's a give, it's a take or leave bid that we are making to Brussia Dortmund to see to either they give us Jodan Sancho before the transfer deadline. Remember, we are only left with 10 days to come to the end of this deadline. 5 days to the end of September and 5 days into the first week of October. That's when the deadline will be ending. But other teams are spending, other teams are buying, and today Chelsea has unveiled Mendy as their goalkeeper from Marseille. So they've just made that signing, and Manchester United needs to come on. United needs to go on for Jodan Sancho. They need to bring in Alex Telles and a defender in the names of Upamecano, of which I think all those deals Manchester United can't make them in 10 days. If at all they've taken 3 months to accomplish the deal of Jodan Sancho, until now it is not yet done. Do you expect Manchester United to go in for those deals in time? That's the big question, and I think they cannot go for them. You see, they even bragging at transfers that we are giving you a take or leave bid of Jodan Sancho, a £90 million bid, as if the 18 million bid, the 18 millions remaining to fulfill the bid of Brussia Dortmund is not at Manchester United's bank account. They have the money, but they don't want to give it out. And trust me, on Monday, if at all the bid is rejected of 90 millions, breaking it into 75 million pounds cash plus 15 million pounds as add-ons, United will go back and bring the 180 million pounds. And you just ask yourselves, why did this deal have to take this long? Yet you've taken 3 months negotiating the deal. You've not had in the player that you want. He has not been there in the games of Crystal Palace, where would have been crucial into that game such that United gets the 3 points. You sign him at the end of the season. What is your aim? All this is done in the name of convincing the fans of Manchester United that we've brought our target at the end of the season such that they do start off all this is done in the spirit to convince the fans of Manchester United not to go into the first leg of the season when they are convinced that United has brought in the player they wanted. They don't want you to pester them to bring other players. If at all they bring in Jodan Sancho first, you will tell them that you have the money, go for Upamecano. After Upamecano, go for players like all a forward that Manchester United, most of the journalists say it's lacking, but for my case, I think Anton Martial is doing a great job at Manchester United. So a lot of things will be said. I think this is the reason as to why these Glazers go on to make these late signings for these great players that would have been at the club early enough. Look at Chelsea. Even before Chelsea completed their Premier League season, the player called Timo Werner was already in the stands, and he watched some games with them. Even the game that they won Manchester United in the semi-final of the FA Cup, Timo Werner was in the stands. Hakim Ziyech was in the stands. They were there and they're watching, preparing for this season. Although Chelsea has not yet gotten its team right, or Frank Lampard hasn't put his players right, they are not yet a team. But you see, they have been very active in this transfer window. They brought in their players in time and they are now using them to their benefit. This is the problem with Manchester United. We bring in our sidings late. Now, if at all you bring in Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho in these remaining 10 days, you see, how long will it take them to fit into the team? That's the big question. Because trust me, Jodan Sancho, a signing of 90 million pounds that United is planning to table to Brussia Dortmund on Monday, if at all it's accepted and the deal is accomplished by Wednesday next week, trust me or not, Manchester United will have to fill Jodan Sancho, because a player of that tag price does not sit on the bench. He doesn't sit on the bench, especially when the coach that is there or the manager is the one who recommended him. Leave alone scenarios of managers who bring in a player expensively and another manager comes in and he benches him. Now, if at all Ole Gunnar Solskjaer made Jodan Sancho his priority signing this season, there is no way you are telling me that Jodan Sancho will come and play on bench. No way. He is going to come. He will come into the first team of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there and then. And Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looked worried as United played Luton Town, because they're delaying the transfer window. They're delaying his plans. He had his plans. But when I get Sancho, I get a left back, I get a midfield and a centre back. That's when I'll feel like Manchester United is into to go and fight for the trophy or the Premier League of 2020-2021. But as things stand, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is in worry. He's desperate. He doesn't know whether the board will deliver the players you want. The board has the money. You can't tell me that you are tabling a 90 million pound bid, yet Brussia Dortmund wants 108 million pounds. The difference between that, it's just 18 million pounds. You don't tell me that United doesn't have that money. Yet there are players that you can sell like Lingard, because if at all you're bringing Jodan Sancho, there is no reason as to why Jesse Lingard is at Manchester United. There is no reason as to why Andres Pereira is at United. There is no reason why Juan Mata is still at Manchester United. There is no reason as to why Phil Jones is still at Manchester United. There is no reason why a player in the names of Marcus Rojo is still at United, Chris Smalling doesn't want to play, he wants to play for AS Roma, you have to take off all those players. And when you take them off, United will raise money for Jodan Sancho. Because if at all you sell those players, close to 7 players, and you offload them from Manchester United, they will bring in some money. Like when you're selling them, like Chris Smalling, United wants close to 18 million pounds. Marcus Rojo, you can get some 10 million pounds from him. Those are 25 already. After selling 2 players only, you have already raised 25 million pounds. Get off the 18, give it to Brussia Dortmund, and get Jodan Sancho to the team, because the team needs him, the manager needs him, and the fans do need him to play at Manchester United this season. Remember, we are going to the Champions League. We don't want to be ashamed in the Champions League. And the only way we are going to be bright in the Champions League is bringing in Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho at Manchester United this season. Don't expect anything like good results if at all we don't bring in those players in the Champions League. Remember, each and every week, United is going to be playing 3 games. 3 games each and every week. We need the squad depth, and that squad depth should be worked on now. Look at this. United brings in Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles. So this is our starting lineup. Just imagine De Gea, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Eric Bay, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw, Paul Pogba, Nemanja Matic, Bruno Fernandes, Jodan Sancho, Marcus Rashford, and Anton Martial. So that is our first 11. Then look at our bench. Our bench will be having Dean Henderson, Fred, Igalo, Mason Greenwood, Alex Telles, Daniel James. Who else? So I think when you look at such players, if at all you have a bench that is having those players, Danny Van Beek also on the bench, you see how rich our bench is going to be. So if at all you bring in those 2 players, those 2 remaining players, that means United will be doing the interplay. Like, we are going into a serious Champions League game, like a second round knockout. What do? Play Brandon Williams or Alfonso Mensah as a right back. You bring in Alex Telles as a left back. Harry Maguire plays with Victor Lindelof, or Axel Tuanzebe plays with Victor Lindelof, or Axel Tuanzebe playing with Harry Maguire. Then Freddie comes in the midfield. He plays with Danny Van Beek, Bruno Fernandes, Mason Greenwood, Daniel James, and Anton Martial, or Odion Igalo. So that's the Manchester United. We want our second team to come and cause havoc to other teams. You look at the game of Luton Town as we are playing it, it looked boring with our second side. But when the 3 players came on, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and Mason Greenwood, things changed. Now, the reason as to why we need Jodan Sancho and Alex Telles into this team. If at all Alex Telles was a left back in the team and Mason Greenwood had started, you would have seen magic as Manchester United was taking on Luton Town. Because you know that Jodan Sancho will be rested in such games and will be productive in the Premier League. That's what we need at Manchester United, nothing else. Thank you for liking. I see 4 people have liked this video. Thank you very much. Please subscribe if at all you have not subscribed. Like, share, and comment this video, and let's see it go viral on social media, because this is a real talk about this transfer, the bid that Manchester United is preparing on Monday to take to Brussia Dortmund, to see to it that they approve it and then get them Jodan Sancho to be unveiled at Manchester United next week. That big question is to the 13 and plus people who are watching in today at United Social Television. Do you think Brussia Dortmund is going to accept the 90 million bid that Manchester United is going to make for Jodan Sancho on Monday? That's the question. I want to see you guys come into the comment section and tell me what you think, whether Brussia Dortmund is going to accept the bid that Manchester United is preparing on Monday. Remember, Ed Woodward has named it take it or leave it. That means it's the last fee that they can raise for Jodan Sancho. That means that's how far their hand can stretch or their hand can touch, and that's how far they can go. That Borussia Dortmund need to understand that COVID-19 affected the team. So I pose the question to the people who are watching in here at United Social Television Live. Do you think Borussia Dortmund is going to accept the £90 million bid that Manchester United is preparing to take to them on Monday, as they want to pursue the signature of the 20-year-old English international who plays for Borussia Dortmund, who had a wonderful season last year, almost scoring 20 goals and 20 assists attached to his name as he played for Borussia Dortmund, both in the Champions League and the Bundesliga, plus the German Cup. He came in with some nice assists, goals, and display on the pitch, making him one of the most valuable lads or people in his age in the world as we speak now. Jodan Sancho is not a doubt. He's a proven player. That's why we are urging for him to come at Manchester United. And I'm posing a question to other people watching in. Do you think Manchester United's bid of £90 million that they are preparing to go and give to Borussia Dortmund on Monday, will it be accepted? That's the answer I want you to give me your thoughts about, because Manchester United has really went in and said, we are doing this bid for you guys, and if at all you don't accept it, I don't know what we are going to do. It's a take it or leave it. That's what Ed Woodward has named this bid of Jodan Sancho, that they want to table to Borussia Dortmund on Monday. If at all they don't accept it, he says they will be out of the deal. But me, as Rokani at United Social Television, I think United has now made up its mind that they are going to buy Jodan Sancho, and they are just wanting to see whether Borussia Dortmund will take the £90 million bid that United is making on Monday. But for my case, I think Borussia Dortmund is going to turn it down. They want £108 million for Jodan Sancho. That's the amount they want for Jodan Sancho. So, Mr. Ed Woodward, trust me, they are going to bounce that deal that you're taking to them, and within the next 2 days, you'll be knocking at their door to bring in the 18 millions to add it on the 90, and you go and make a full £108 million deal. And this is when you're going to ask you, why did it take you all this long to negotiate the Sancho deal? Someone will say that it's taking all this long because it's going to be the biggest deal ever Manchester United has accomplished. However, it's the most biggest deal or expensive deal. It has a lot of money in it. But that is not an answer to this question, because it's like being hungry and you eat late in the night and you're spending the same money that you would have spent having lunch in the morning or during lunchtime or during 7 p.m. But you've spent the same money to eat in the midnight, yet you had the same money to spend, or you would have spent the same money to eat during the lunchtime. Now what's the difference? It's better eat in time and spend the same amount of money. This comes into the situation of Jodan Sancho and Manchester United. Bring Jodan Sancho at the beginning of the transfer window, beat the deadline date of 10th August that was set by Dortmund. You get? Then bring the player, he trains with Manchester United, let him start the season with Manchester United, because we are missing out a lot on him. Like, that means we're going to play 2 games without Jodan Sancho. 2 Premier League games without Jodan Sancho, and that is that one that we lost of the game that we lost with Crystal Palace, or we lost to Crystal Palace 3-1. I think there would have been a very big difference if at all the lad was on. And the one that we are playing with Brighton on Saturday, remember, it's the opener of the weekend. It's going to be played in midday. You know, midday games for Manchester United, they aren't all easy, but I think we will do the needful to win this game. But I've posed the question to you all who are watching in. Do you think Borussia Dortmund is going to allow the £90 million bid that Manchester United has prepared for Jodan Sancho on Monday? That's the question I want to see us answering now in the live chat. Chat with me, join with me, let's share ideas. I want now to interact. I want to get your views. I've been talking for close to 25 minutes. Now I want to see you guys coming here. Interact with me. Let's have a one-on-one. Let me see what you think about this deal. Do you see it happening very soon next week, or you see it not happening? Do you see the deal of Alex Telles coming in next week, because it was expected today, as the chief negotiator knows as Matt Judge was in Portugal to see to it that they break down the deal of Alex Telles. But news coming in from Portugal shows that Manchester United, funny enough, they want to buy Alex Telles at only £12 million, yet the team wants 25, between 20 and 25. That's how funny Manchester United is. That's how real funny you can see Manchester United negotiate a deal. Those are things that when you go deep into them, you feel your head spinning, because the team has the money. They fail to offload players, 7 players off. You can raise close to £80 million from those players, then use that money to buy these players that we want. Now, like for Alex Telles, only Diego Dalot alone, he's worth £20 million because he's still young. He's a talented player, and very many clubs would have liked to get his signature. So get him off, sell him off, and get Delot's money and take it to FC Porto. Then we get Alex Telles. These things are simple. The money you get from Chris Smalling, Marcus Rojo, and Jesse Lingard, use that money to bring in a centre back like Upamecano, because those 3 players can raise close to £45 million or 50, because Lingard can move close to 28 or 30, okay, say £28 million. Bring in Chris Smalling, they want 18, that is already 40, that is already £45 million. Marcus Rojo, they can get you £10 million, that's already £55 million. So we failed to offload of players, and we are complaining for other teams to do cut-offs on the price tag they put on their players. Why not first offload the players we think they are not going to be good for us next season? Okay, let's put someone on such that we take off the salary burden. Look at the player of Jones, of Phil Jones. There is something I want to read out. You know, one of the popular journalists that does United news is called Goldbridge. So I was on Twitter, and I saw something that he tweeted, and I thought that it would be something special for your eyes to see and understand. He went down and broke all the salaries of the deadwoods we're having at Manchester United, and I'm sorry to say deadwoods, but I think when you look at this money that they are spent on, yet they don't even make the United bench, you real worry. Now, let me break for you these things. Let me break for you this. He says these are salaries of these Manchester United players. He goes, Marcus Rojo earns close to £4 million a year. Phil Jones earns close to £4 million a year. Romero earns £4 million a year. Smalling earns £4 million a year. Romero earns £4 million a year, that is a repeat. Juan Mata earns £8 million. Odioni Gallo earns £6 million. Lingard earns £4 million a year. Pereira earns £2 million a year. In total, that is 40 million a year on the above, and none are bench quality for Manchester United. Now, those are the players I've read to you. When you look at them, they don't even qualify to make the bench of Manchester United. When we bring in those players that we want, few of them will make, like Odioni Gallo will make the bench. Who else? No one else will make the bench of Manchester United. They cannot make the bench. But United is spending £40 million on them. Why not sell off these players? Get close to £60 million from them. After getting the £60 million from all those players, then when you add off their salary that they would have taken that year, that is close to £40 million. That means you are adding the £40 million to the 60 to make it £100 million. Now tell me how you can fail to bring in three new players at Manchester United instead of going to Brussia Dortmund and giving them a bid of £90 million that they told you that we are not selling the player not until you give us £108 million. What a shame for Edward Wood. You are going to eat your words on Monday, trust me. They are going to deny this bid. Brussia Dortmund is denying this bid of Manchester United that they are planning to take on Monday, and bloody Edward Wood, you are going to go back and bring back the 18 millions to top up to the 90 to make it 108 as Brussia Dortmund wants it. So please guys, I want to see you guys comment in the comment section below. It's 30 minutes. I'm talking to you. I want to see your reaction. What are you thinking about this deal of Jodan Sancho coming to Manchester United? News coming in from the Daily Mail, not Daily Mail, it's the Mirror. It's a big story. It's topping it, and I think it's the story leading its back page of sports today morning in UK. They've come out with a story that is really enticing, that is really commanding for Manchester United. They are showing that they really want this deal of Jodan Sancho done, and they've come out and said it's a take or leave deal for the team in the names of Brussia Dortmund. That money we are giving you, you either take it or leave it. That's what they're saying. This is something that is really annoying to a person who knows how Mike Zog is a man who does not tolerate nonsense. I think they are going to chase this money. That's it. It's no doubt Brussia Dortmund are going to chase this money because they know Manchester United are desperate. Having lost their first game to Crystal Palace, it's a desperate team. They need the player, and you've seen videos saturating all over social media as fans say, we need Jodan Sancho, we need Jodan Sancho, we need Jodan Sancho. There is a video that I watched after the Luton game. Matt Judge, the chief negotiator of Manchester United, as he arrived with the entire team at Luton Town, supporters who were outside the field were telling him, sign Sancho, we want Sancho, we want Sancho, we want Sancho. So I think there is nothing they are going to do. Brussia Dortmund has given a go on. They've been given a bargaining power. They've given a way to go. I think this bid, if at all it was made way back before the season started, I think they would have agreed on something with Brussia Dortmund. But Manchester United first submitted a £60 million deal with 20 million add-ons, and Brussia Dortmund turned it down. You never know, if at all they had put in £90 million as they are going to do on Monday, Brussia Dortmund would have said, okay, let's take that money for now because of the COVID-19. Let's leave the £18 million for that gap because it is. But you cannot value a player. You cannot put a bid half the amount of money the team values him. They are valuing him 108, then you bring 60. That's close to half of the amount of money the team wants the player to be sold. So Manchester United should improve on the way they negotiate their deals. They take long. Remember, Patrice Evra came out yesterday and did a long video, posted on Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, and he said their big CEOs or football directors of big clubs that are calling him, telling him that the chief negotiator of Manchester United came here and negotiated a deal, but he's not picking our calls as per now. Can you please tell him to pick our calls? So that's how poor Manchester United is at negotiating deals. These people negotiating deals are not football people. They are lawyers who look at maximizing profits and not bringing a player that's going to cause an impact to the club. Jodan Sancho is an instant impact to Manchester United. He is needed. United scored in its front three, the front three of Manchester United last season. Anthony Martial scored the most number of goals. He scored 23 goals. Marcus Rashford scored 22. Mason Greenwood scored 17. So if we bring on Jodan Sancho, Remember, he is a player who is going to bring in those assists, close to 15, 16 assists in a season, and many goals for Manchester United, tallying to 15 or 16. Those are the goals we need at Manchester United to be title contenders. Those are the goals we need. If at all United can net in 90 goals a season in the Premier League, that is going to be a sure deal that we are going to give Liverpool a very hard time, and Man City, as we do chase for the Premier League. It won't be a two-man horse. It won't be a two-man race. That means a new boy in town who used to win these Premier League titles way back with Sir Alex Ferguson since 1992 would have been born, would have been re-energized and rejuvenated to come and face the likes of Liverpool and Man City in a competition for the Premier League trophy this season. I think we can give them a run if at all we bring in Alex Telles and Jodan Sancho. So I go and call upon all those people watching, and thank you for the likes. Please continue to like, share and comment. But the big question is, do you think Brussia Dortmund is accepting Manchester United's final bid for Jodan Sancho of £90 million? Please, I want to see you in the chat. I want you to see in the live chat. Do you think they are going to accept this bid? Please come on and tell me. Do you think Manchester United is going to accept the last? No, sorry. Do you think Brussia Dortmund will accept Manchester United's last bid for Jodan Sancho? Yes. That's the big question. I've posted it down there. You can reply to me. Let's put this debate to another level by you guys coming to the comment section and tell me what you think, whether Manchester United's last bid for Jodan Sancho will be accepted by Brussia Dortmund, because that's what Ed Woodward has said. They're calling it a take it or leave it bid. That means that's their last stretch for this deal, and they think Brussia Dortmund will take it. For my case, I'm having a different reason altogether and thinking. I think the player wants to come at Manchester United. He will only be at Manchester United when United pay £108 million to the club known as Brussia Dortmund, because they made it straight. However much they are looking at signing Memphis Depay or Zaha or Sa from Watford as a replacement of Jodan Sancho, they are still dancing in their own tunes, and Manchester United has to dance to the tune of Brussia Dortmund, because Brussia Dortmund has what Manchester United wants. This is like someone is vibing a girlfriend or a girl that he wants to fall in love with. Before that girl falls in love to you, you are the one dancing to the tunes of the girl. But when the girl falls in love fully with you, you will see that it's the girl who will be dancing to your tunes. Now, the girl we are vibing is Jodan Sancho or Brussia Dortmund. So, we have to dance to his tunes right now and do all what he wants, so as we persuade him to give us the player that whom we think is going to transform our season to the next level as we compete for the Premier League. Jodan Sancho coming in, Alex Telles coming in, that means United will go in and fight for these titles and win. Trust me, we will go in and go for these titles and we are going to win them. But not having Jodan Sancho at Manchester United is going to be something awkward. We can't fail. How can we fail to sign a player when we have no competitor? How would the situation have been if at all the likes of Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona, Chelsea, PSG were into for him? Do you think we would have got Jodan Sancho? We wouldn't. We wouldn't. Because in the current situation, we are the only boat sailing on the lake. We are the only boat sailing on the lake to go to buy the fish of Jodan Sancho. If Jodan Sancho is the fish, to cross to the island to go and get the fish. But we are taking our time when we shouldn't be taking our time, because we really need this signing very soon, all very urgent. These are signings that are urgent needed at Manchester United. Very soon you will see that Champions League groups will be drawn, and you will see where Manchester United is going to be drawn. We are not going to have an easy group in the Champions League. That's why we need Jodan Sancho to come to our rescue. At least we need to go through the semi-finals or quarter-finals. That would not be a bad start for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in the Champions League. Remember the first time he came in to coach the Champions League, we were knocked out by Barcelona in the quarter-finals. Remember when Messi scored those goals, that one of them was given to him by De Gea in another howler that was made in that game from a mistake, or a mistake that was made by Ashley Young. Guys, I want to see you comment. Please, I call you to come into the live section and tell me what you think of Brussia Dortmund accepting the Manchester United's bid that is going to be made on Monday, a £90 million bid, instant cash, £75 million given to Brussia Dortmund, and 15 million add-ons, as the deal is expected to be negotiated between Manchester United and Brussia Dortmund. The submission is expected to be made for this deal. Manchester United, the Red Devils, with their vice chairperson Ed Woodward, are going to table a £90 million bid to Brussia Dortmund to go in for their player in the names of Jodan Sancho, one of the players that had a wonderful season in the 2019-2020 season. He was really amazing. The way he was flying up, he took all what we think that Manchester United needed last season, and this season that's why you are going into for him, because he has the qualities of the player who is supposed to don the shirt number 7. So please, I want to see you comment in the live chat below. Let's chat, let's exchange views, ideas on this. We have 7 people watching in. Please, I want to see you guys telling me what you think about this Jodan Sancho deal. Do you think this bid that Manchester United have named, take it or leave it, will be accepted by Brussia Dortmund? I want to see you guys. Give me what you thought. Give me your thoughts. Give me what you're thinking about this. Do you think United is going to be caught on the right side of the bed, or they are going to be caught on the wrong side of the bed come Monday? And Monday is not far, because tomorrow is Friday. There is Saturday and Sunday. On Monday we'll be back here with the news telling you whether the bid has been accepted or not. But Jodan Sancho wants to play for Manchester United. The problem is Manchester United doesn't want to pay the value that, or the price tag that Brussia Dortmund have put on the head of Jodan Sancho to leave their club to join Manchester United. That's the only problem. And United this time round are going with a £90 million bid, leaving out the 18 million bid to make it 108, and there is no way you can give an excuse that you fail to sign a player with the quality of Jodan Sancho with only 18 million pounds failing you to get his signature. Who are you going to convince? I think United are going into this because they know, come what may, they have the money, they are going to buy Jodan Sancho, they'll bring him at Old Trafford. He is the next big thing at Old Trafford, because people have loved him a lot, they've requested for him, they want him at Manchester United, and there is nothing to do. So guys, I see no comment. That's why I'm going to say good night to you, because you aren't showing me love into the live, into the comment section. You are not telling me where you guys are watching from. Okay, come and tell me where you are watching from. If at all you have no answer to what I've asked, where are you watching in from? I want to know which country, which capital city, which area, which town, where are you watching from, which player do you think Manchester United should sign in this transfer window before it ends? Please, guys, come in and tell me what you think about which player Manchester United is supposed to sign before the transfer window ends on the 5th of October. Come on into the live chat and tell me where you are watching from. Tell me, please. I want to salute you guys. I want to hit my live chat, and I'm going to hit you back, and let's start negotiations together. Please, where are you watching from? This story of Manchester United planning the final bid of Jodan Sancho to be submitted in on Monday, which will be worth £90 million, and that is what Ed Woodward has said, and he has named it "Take It or Leave It." That means it's the final submission they are making to Brussia Dortmund. Come on in the live section. I want to see you telling me what you think about this "Leave It." Sorry for that. I want to see you telling me what you think about this "Leave It or Take It" final bid for Manchester United in order to get the signature of Jodan Sancho this summer. Where are you watching in from? I want to know where you're watching in from. Where are you watching in from? That's what I want to know. I want to salute you. I want to know who is watching in. I want to give you a shout out here at United Social Television as you one of. Tell me where you're watching in from. Tell me where you're watching in from. I want to give you a big shout out here at United Social Television, please. I want to give you a big shout here at United Social Television. Tell me where you're watching in from. This story that I've just given you of Jodan Sancho making his of Jodan Sancho, all Manchester United preparing a final bid for Jodan Sancho. It's going to be submitted in this Monday to Brussia Dortmund. Do you think Brussia Dortmund will accept this bid? Do you think they will? Do you think they are going to accept this bid of £90 million, £75 million hard cash, £15 million add-ons? Do you think they are going to accept it? Tell me where you are watching in from. I give you a shout out direct here from United Social Television. The host Rokani will give you a big shout out. Where are you watching in from? Where are you watching in from? 10 current viewers right now. Smash a like, share and comment. Let's spread the love of Manchester United. Final Jodan Sancho bid to be submitted on Monday by Manchester United to Brussia Dortmund. Do you think they are going to accept this? Come on, guys. Let's spread love. Where are you watching in from? Where are you watching in from? I want to see you guys telling me where you're watching in from. This story that I've just told you about of Manchester United finally are going to make their final bid to Brussia Dortmund on Monday, and it's a £90 million bid. Zeddy Taylor says, I'm watching in from Zambia. How is Zambia? Shout out Zeddy Taylor. Zeddy Taylor, do you think Brussia Dortmund is going to accept the £90 million bid that Manchester United is planning to take to them on Monday? And Ed Woodward has just named it "Take It or Leave It." That's the name of the bid. That means the final bid Manchester United is giving in to get the signature of Jodan Sancho. Zed Taylor, thank you for watching in from Zambia. Welcome to United States Television. If you've not yet subscribed, endeavor to, because we do bring in the stories of Manchester United each and every time. Zed Taylor says, I think so. You think Brussia Dortmund is going to accept this £90 million bid? Yet they said that if at all a team does not bring in the £108 million valuation of Jodan Sancho, they are taking him nowhere. Mahon says, Trinidad and Tobago. How are you, Mahon? You are watching it from Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you for watching in United Social Television. I have a big question for you. Do you think Brussia Dortmund is going to accept the final bid of Manchester United of £90 millions? They are going to submit on Monday. Ed Woodward has called it take it or leave it. The big question is, do you think they are going to accept it? Mahon says yes. Suddenly for me, I'm having a different thought. I'm thinking Brussia Dortmund is going to say no to this bid. That's what I'm thinking. And I think United has put itself in a very desperate situation. That's my problem with them. They have no reason not to dance to the tunes of Brussia Dortmund. Brussia Dortmund knows Manchester United is desperate, and they are going to come in and buy these players. Now, you are watching in for people. Now, let me show you something that Patrice Evra said about the people who negotiate deals for Manchester United, and that's why we are not making big deals at Manchester United.
Yes, people have to understand we send lawyers to talk with players. So when you send lawyers, they talk about numbers. They are not people from the football world. So when you want a player, I don't know, it normally costs 20 million, you're going to end up like trying to buy him for 100 million, but even those players, they don't even want our money anymore. The perfect example is Alexis Sanchez. Manchester City, they were the first one on the list. He asked so much money that even Guardiola said, I can't give you this kind of money because I'm going to lose my dressing room. But lucky for Alexis, Manchester United, he said, like, no, come, we got money here. Even he said, after one day, he asked the agents if he can block his contract. Even he said, no, I don't want your money. What a disrespect for our club, for the legacy we built. Because before us, Bobby Charlton, George Best, all those people that make the history of the club. That's why we try to respect him. 99, us 2008, And just some people that just want to blow up all this legacy away. For what? Which reason? Business? Come on, guys. We are better than that. And it's easy to say those, no, me, I mention them. I don't care. I sacrifice my life to succeed for this club. And that's why I want people to do, the players, the staff, and the people from the board. I remember my son was 3 years old, and one day I came back home and he said, Daddy, I hate Manchester United. I said, why? He said, because they take my dad away. Because I was not even realizing, how many games, and I'm not the only one, so I'm not here to play the superhero, playing with painkiller and everything. So I give everything to Manchester United. So that's why I'm allowed myself to talk like that. No matter if I make happy people or angry people, I don't care. It was a flag the Manchester United fan, they always put like Manchester United kids and wife by disorder. And I never laugh when I see that flag. And I will be loyal to the fan, to the people who love Manchester United until I die. I will never put my palm down. I give too much to to the club, because I know so many people, they don't talk because they're scared. I say, oh no, because if I say that, I may get a job, I may not get my job. I don't care. I don't need Manchester United. I love this club. I give so much to this club. Maybe one day I will work for this club again, but I will work with my loyalty, and I will never lie to any person who loves this club, because I think some people work for this club and they are damaging this club. That's why we have to tell the truth to the fan. You know, you know, before, I remember it was so much negativity around the club, but from all the people, from people outside the club, no inside. Now the fan on social media, we're just killing the club. And some ex-Man United player, just because sometimes they're telling the truth, we say they put more negativity. No, they're just telling the truth. It's difficult. And now I understand them. So
you will always ask yourselves why I always play this Patrice Evra video in the due course of the transfer window. The fact is, I play this video to let you know, guys, that Patrice Evra came out and told us why United's deals delay a lot or derail and they don't come in time. He says the wrong people are negotiating the deals, and that's why I've posed this question, that do you think Jodan Sancho, do you think the final bid or the final Jodan Sancho bid to be submitted in on Monday by Manchester United to Brussia Dortmund will be accepted? Zed Taylor says they will accept it. That's what he says. That is Zeddy Taylor from Zambia. Are you watching in from Lusaka, Zambia? Lusaka, Zambia. Are you watching in from that side? You say they will accept it. You never know, miracles happen. When they accept that bid, it's something that I'm going to sit down on my chair and laugh in wonderment or in bewilderment, because the way I see Brussia Dortmund, United has led itself in the wrong way of the negotiation of the deal, because they don't want to meet the real price of Brussia Dortmund. Do you know how much Brussia Dortmund sold Moussa Dembele? And you think Moussa Dembele had reached the numbers of Jodan Sancho? They sold Moussa Dembele at £108 million. You get? They sold him that amount of money. So, I don't see Manchester United getting Jodan Sancho at that price. I really don't see. And I will live to see this happening. 90 million. They can't give us Jodan Sancho. That's what I'm thinking. Yes, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that they're not going to give us this player at that amount of money. Zed Taylor says Southern Province. Oh, how is Southern Province in Zambia? Zambia has, those who watch the Premier League, Zambia had I think it had like 2 players playing the Premier League. Two players who played in the Premier League. So, for my case, I'm thinking they're not giving us that player. That's what I'm thinking. With that money, they are not giving us that player. They are not. No way we are getting Jodan Sancho below 180 million pounds. That's what I'm thinking, because Manchester United has put itself into a desperate situation. Brussia Dortmund thinks that the only way out, the board of Manchester United won't be trolled again by its fans, is by getting Jodan Sancho. So they're in a comfortable. Zed Taylor says, just wait and see what will happen on Monday. Okay, I'm going to be here on Monday. I'm going to be making a big follow-up and I'll be live. And Zed Taylor, please endeavor to watch all the lives on Monday and see the news that is going to come from Brussia Dortmund. I think they're not going to accept that money, because United has put itself in a desperate situation, desperate position. Then Jodan Sancho, they lost their first Premier League game. If at all United had banned or had wiped Crystal Palace by 3-0 or 4-0, there have been a different negotiation altogether. But them losing to Crystal Palace 3-1, trust me, Brussia Dortmund is getting an edge over Manchester United over this deal. So that's it for now. Please, it's coming late, guys. Let me let you sleep. Let me let you sleep as I prepare for you tomorrow's stories. Remember, tomorrow we are doing so much on the Manchester United Brighton game that is going to be played on the weekend. I'm going to come out with my team that I think United is going to start with. I will also come and bring you the team news. I'm going to do the early team news in the morning. I think at exactly midday, I'll come in with the early team news. I'll come in with the press conference of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what he said in the press conference. Remember, he said he's not going to do a press conference ahead of the Luton game after the worst performance of Crystal Palace. He expected tough questions from the media. That's why he forwent it. He only talked to the Manchester United pundits at AON training ground, and they laid out the story in writing and a video, and it was posted on the Manchester United social media platforms. But I think tomorrow it's a must. He has to do a presser for this Premier League game against Brighton. So I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Thank you for watching in. Zed Taylor from Zambia, much love. Mahon from Trinidad and Tobago, much love too. Thank you very much for watching in. Keep it United Social Television. Thank you for subscribing. I thank you for each and everything you've done for me today, and you guys are doing me something great. Zed Taylor says good night, bro. Good night, you too. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow midday, I'm going to be live, and I'm going to schedule my live sessions here at United Social Television for you guys. I want you to know that I'm coming live such that you get prepared. At midday, I'll be starting my lives at midday. Then after midday, 2-3 hours, unless there is a very big story that comes in, I want to do a very big schedule for you such that you know the times when I'll always be coming in to give you the news at United Social Television. Thank you guys for watching in. Thanks for the love. I've really enjoyed your company. Zed Taylor from Zambia, Mahon from Trinidad and Tobago, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting Manchester United. I like the way you support United. Thank you very much. I'm Rokani for United Social Television. Like this video, share and comment. If you've not yet subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, because we will always bring you the news that is in the news and the news behind the news here at United Social Television. But that's how I sign out today on the story that had a title dubbed Final Jodan Sancho bid to be submitted in on Monday by Manchester United to Brussia Dortmund. Thank you. Bye bye for now. See you tomorrow.